In the first month of freelancing, I reached around 30k revenue because I was only working with a single client. The second month, I reached around 50k of revenue because I had one more client on board. And within 3 or 4 months, I crossed 80k revenue. Hey everyone, this is Adarsh. I'm a freelance writer, editor, and blogger. And in this video, I'm going to show you how can students start freelancing. So freelancing has emerged as the buzzword after the COVID pandemic. Work from home has gained popularity and there was a 22% increase in online jobs in 2021 as compared to 2019. Now let's say if you are a student, so what is the feasibility for a student to enter into the freelance industry? See, as a student, you are expected to explore different arenas. This includes building different skills as well. And the foundation of the freelance industry is this one thing which is called skill. So as a student, you have this opportunity to develop even just one skill which will be useful as a freelancer and also in the future. So how should you even approach freelancing? Should you leave your studies and focus on freelancing? No, that would not be right. See, freelancing skills take only 2 or 3 hours of your time and you can learn these skills as a side hustle in your free time. And the demand for freelancing skills are going up because freelancing skills do not have a mainstream career, but companies and clients are desperately looking for freelancers because they need these skills in their business. Now comes the money aspect. The question is, how much can you earn as a freelancer? Some people even say you can earn 6 figures income. So at the end of this video, I will reveal how feasible it is to reach 6 figures income, or even if it is possible at all. So next, I will discuss the step-by-step process which you need to follow if you want to start freelancing as a student. And let me tell you that even I started freelancing when I was a student. And by the time I was graduating, my freelancing career was quite stable. So based on my experience, I will share the most practical tips which you can apply. So coming to step number 1, the first step is to finding your right skill. Some of you might want to know how to start freelancing without any skill, and that is possible because in jobs like data entry, you don't need any particular skill. You can directly start with the job, but it is not advisable because these jobs are highly competitive and they do not pay high. So I will suggest you that you pick up some code skills and learn that skill and build your mastery over the skill, and only then start providing freelance services related to that skill. So the skill that you choose, it will definitely depend on your interest. For example, I was always interested in writing and that is the reason I started blogging and I tried my hands at content writing. So let's look at what skills are available out there which are in high demand right now. So there are many skills out there such as content writing, graphic designing, video editing, web designing, SEO, copywriting, email marketing, and much more. Now coming to step number 2, learning that skill. So let's say you explored a little and you finally found out which skill is suitable for you. So what is the next step? You need to learn that skill and develop mastery over that skill. Now this is a time-taking process, but here is something that you can do. Firstly, you can gather some general information about your particular skill from YouTube videos, blogs, and articles. You can also join communities such as Facebook groups and LinkedIn to gain some exposure as to what is going on in that particular industry. So for example, let's say you are into video editing. So you can join video editing Facebook groups and you can connect with people who are professional video editors. Next, you can take some paid courses from Skillshare or Udemy. The main advantage of taking paid courses is that they have the entire information in an organized way. So when I started learning about SEO, I had to take a paid course from Udemy, and it was quite authentic because it covered everything from beginner to advanced level. Now obviously courses will not help you alone. You need to implement whatever you learn from that course. So yeah, I did that course, it helped me gain knowledge, but it was only 20% of the learning. Rest 80% happened when I started implementing them. I faced challenges, I learned how to overcome that challenges, and that is where the real learning happened. So one major mistake that many people do is that they don't want to spend time into the learning phase. They just want to go ahead and start earning. So that is a big problem, because I've seen and I've mentored many interns as well who have left out the learning process, and they're ready to quit because they cannot see overnight success. Now, by any chance, if you're interested in content writing or content editing, you should watch my video on content writing tutorial for beginners. Now comes step number 3, which is to get professional exposure. Now let's say you start learning your skill, but only doing courses and gathering knowledge will not be enough. You need to get some hands-on experience. The best way to do that is to join some internships and work under some professionals. You can find professionals related to your skill on Facebook or LinkedIn, and you can even apply on platforms like internshala.com to get some good internships. Now don't become money-minded here, because the main focus is not to get your stipend first. The main focus is to get that professional exposure of how companies are working and improve your skills. So even when I started content writing, I was good at content writing, and I could write good articles and blogs. But when I joined a company and I participated in their content creation process, I gained a lot of exposure of how professional companies are working, what steps they are following, and what is their standard procedure. So that improved my skills further, and combining my experience with the skills I already had, it improved my overall expertise in content writing. Now many of you might be worried here that how can we learn skill and do internships at the same time along with your college or school. So let me tell you this, that it is going to be challenging, but like I said before, it does not take more than 2 or 3 hours of your time. So when I was doing my first internship back in 2019, I used to spend around 2 hours a day for that internship. So every day I would come home from college at around 3 p.m. and I would start doing that internship work from 5 p.m. to maybe 7 p.m. So that is how I used to manage, and it was not that stressful. Now comes step number 4. So let's say you have learned some skills, you have done some internships and worked with some companies. You need to make your portfolio page. So portfolio page will basically highlight the best works that you have done. And you can also make a resume where you can highlight your past experiences, your skills, any courses that you have taken, and the main skills that you have. So here is an example of my CV. You can refer to it as an example. Now here is a bonus suggestion that I want to give you. After you have learned your skills up to the advanced level, you can also try to learn some related skills which will complement your main skill. For example, when I reached an advanced level in content writing, I also started to focus on SEO, because content writing was often fused with SEO, and clients and companies were looking for someone who can do both of them. So besides making your portfolio and CV, I will also suggest you to sign up for LinkedIn and build your personal brand there. You can connect with people from your industry and other fellow freelancers. So this gives you an opportunity to learn from them as well as drive some clients maybe. Now comes step number 5. Once you have a good number of clients and you're making a good income out of freelancing, you can also hire people to manage some of your tasks. This will decrease the workload that you have and give you a lot of free time. Now there is one thing that I would like to mention for all the beginners out there who are trying to get into freelancing, that once you start learning your skill and let's say you do some internships, it is going to be hard to get your first client. You might join LinkedIn and make some connections, but clients won't come to you from day one. So here is something that you should do in this phase. To get your first client, you can apply directly to companies and clients. So there are different websites for this purpose. I will reveal those websites. So the first one is guru.com. It is a website dedicated for freelancers. However, it is a little bit competitive for beginners, but you can go there and get an idea of what companies and clients are looking for. you will see that they have dropped their requirements and the kind of work they are expecting. Another similar website that you can find is outsourcely.com. This website also features different jobs and freelancing gigs for different freelancing skills. I can suggest you more websites, but it will depend on the skill that you are choosing. For example, for content writing, we have different sets of websites where we can go and apply directly to clients, and for graphic designing there will be different sets of websites. So choose your skill first and then see which are the best platforms for you to apply as per your skill. Now here comes the big reveal, that can you even reach 6-figure income in freelancing, or is it even feasible to do this? So the truth is that yes, it is feasible, but it will take some time to get there. So for example, when I started freelancing, in the first month of freelancing, I reached around 30k revenue because I was only working with a single client. The second month, I reached around 50k of revenue because I had one more client on board. And within 3 or 4 months, I crossed 80k revenue because I was working with 3 clients now. So the revenue will depend on the number of clients and the quality of clients you are serving. Personally, I prefer to work with international clients, but in the beginning, you might have to work with Indian clients as well. Now, I would like to highlight that no, this was not an overnight success. Crossing 6 figures income does not happen in 3 or 4 months of time. The real skills that I was building, it was since 2019. But I was mainly focused on my own projects and small internships. I was not aware of freelancing and I did not try my hands at it. But finally, I understood the value of my skills that I have gathered and learned over the years, and I started giving freelance services. So yes, even if you are dedicating 2 years to learning and improving in your freelance side hustle, it is a pretty good investment if you can reach 6 figures in 2 or 3 years. Now here is one practical tip for them who want to start freelance as a student. So I hope that you have now understood that freelancing is about learning a skill and leveraging your skills to generate revenue. Being a freelancer myself, I can assure you that yes, freelancing is quite flexible, and this is the reason why I love freelancing. It helps me to take out time for myself and for my business, and also serve my clients in my own time and still generate good revenue out of it. But like I mentioned before, this does not happen overnight. You need to dedicate a few months up to a couple of years to building your skills and start getting clients, because you can only generate good revenue when your skills are actually delivering results. For more videos on freelancing, content writing, and blogging, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, drop a like and a comment. Thanks for watching.